Continue to see this kind of couplet staying intact here. Again, green means it's heading towards the radar, red away. And anytime you have those colors kind of coming close like that, that means there is some spin up there and a potential for a tornado. Again, multiple tornado warnings in effect for Bastrop, and including Lee County through 11:30 for an additional 10 minutes. These have produced confirmed tornadoes earlier on. So it's certainly possible that there is indeed an ongoing tornado right now. You need to act like there is. Even if there is not, you need to be in your safe place. If you are located in Page along 290, including Lincoln and Lexington, as well as it pushes off towards the northeast. Also ongoing at this moment is some very, very heavy rainfall, some potential for some flooding, especially in the Austin metro area. But again, these two areas of most concern right now, most pressing concern, will not be impacting Austin. But the ingredients are there for the potential for a couple quick spin-ups, as including the Austin area on out towards the south. We are under a tornado watch, which is not as pressing as a warning, but a watch means the ingredients are there. They're conducive for the development for a tornado, whether it be in the later part of the day, through the evening. The watch is in effect through 5 o'clock. But again, the two spin-ups that we're seeing right now, the two areas of rotation, are right here on your screen. So if you are anywhere in this area, including north of the area, heading towards Lexington, you need to be in your safe place right now. Heading back west, we're looking for Bastrop. I don't see any additional areas here. David, do you see something?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Well, first of all, on this tornado, we just got a third confirmation, Sean, from our storm chaser, Gabe, with tornado trackers, who's in that area. A third confirmation that near Allam Creek, northwest of Smithville, he watched a tornado cross 71. So safe to say, again, with 1, 2, and 3 visual confirmations, even though we're not looking at the video, it's safe to say with 3 visual confirmations, this is a tornado on the ground south of Page, moving just southeast of Page. Now, this is the tornado tracker himself, so let me give it back to you here for a second, Sean. Sean, though, we're getting reports of damage in McMahon, back here in eastern Caldwell County. So right here, our producers just spoke with, and I'll ask you to update in Sean's ear if you could, just spoke with the emergency services out there. I believe they said no word on injuries, but there is damage there from an earlier tornado in McMahon.
Okay. So there you have it. It's confirmed right now, multiple tornadoes then, because we had the one from earlier, but there's another one right now ongoing in Bastrop County. Earlier did produce some damage over in McMahon, as it is currently pushing off towards the northeast, about 20 to 30 miles per hour. I'm going to go and do a little bit of a storm track of some of those ongoing again, warned areas with 2 potential tornadoes over Bastrop County and into Lee County. But again, let's focus back on Austin, because we are not under a tornado warning, but we are now under a tornado watch, which means that the ingredients are there for the potential for future tornadoes throughout the later part of the day today through about 5 o'clock. Also, I'm going to look at some of these winds here along 183. Seeing some pretty strong wind gusts there, up to 40 miles per hour just east of the Buda area along 35. David?
Yeah, so we've got our tornado tracker, Gabe, with us on the phone. Gabe, and I apologize for viewers at home the way this looks, but this is the only way we can get him a quick phone interview. Gabe, our tornado tracker, watched a tornado cross 71. Gabe, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. So you're live on TV right now with us. Tell me where you are and what you saw. You're with the strongest circulation in the confirmed tornado, right?
Yes, so about 10 minutes ago, 10 or 15 minutes ago, that circulation crossed the road on 71 near Smithville. There was a weak rotation on the ground, so it was a weak tornado at the time, but the rotation in the cloud was pretty strong. The tornado was not condensed all the way to the ground when it crossed, but there was tree debris being wafted right in front of me.
Wow. Gabe, I know you and Jeff always roll with your gear. Do you have any photos or videos that you were able to take? I'm glad you stayed safe.
Yes, I have some video of the tree debris that was circulating across the road. And the tornado actually is still intermittently touching down, but as I'm sure you're aware, the radar presentation is a lot stronger now.
Sure. So
I'm repositioning to have it cross in front of me here soon.
Man, that's a tornado, yeah.
I'm pulling up on a field.
Okay, so you're tell me where you are exactly in relation to Page.
I am, let's see, I'm almost almost directly under the rotation. So wherever that is on the map, I can't see my map right now.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on this.
So are you on FM 2104, or are you maybe just west of there?
Yes, 2104.
Okay, well, boy, I hope you stay safe. Is this a rain-wrapped tornado for folks who are in the path?
No, it's on the ground again. It's on the ground again. It's right here.
Okay, so it sounds like our spotter here.
It's growing in front of me.
You're listening to our spotter, Gabe, with Tornado Trackers, at Tornado Trackers on Twitter and Facebook, right here on FM 2104, watching a tornado south of Page. Folks in Page and eastward on 290 into Lee County, you need to be in your safe place immediately. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Gabe, what else can you tell me here that you're watching?
It's condensed to the ground. I can see condensation all the way to the ground. It's I don't see any debris being launched right now, but I'm a little bit away from the tornado. It's approaching my location, though, so I'll keep on the air.
Please do, and please stay safe. That's first and foremost. Okay, Gabe?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Let's put a storm track, if we could, on this. Sean, as it moves out northeastward, it looks like it's moving at a pretty good clip. And you said, Gabe, the funnel and the condensed funnel all the way down to the ground is visible. It's not wrapped in rain.
Correct. I can see it clearly right now.
Okay. Now, folks in Page.
This is a pretty wide tornado. I'm seeing multiple vortex.
No kidding.
There are several funnels dancing around the main circulation right now.
I hope you're recording for us, buddy.
Quite large.
Are you broadcasting live on Severe Studios or anything, Gabe?
No, I'm not right now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Best we can do is your description then. Folks in Page and eastward, this does not mean go out and look at the tornado, okay? This is the #1 social science problem we have. Oh, there's a tornado? I don't believe you. I need to see it with my eyes. Don't do that, because that's how people get hurt or killed in tornadoes. Our experienced storm chaser, Gabe, who lives in the Austin area, chases for us frequently. He's seen a lot of tornadoes, and he said this is a large, confirmed tornado on the ground with multiple vortices.
I can hear the tornado from where I am.
How far away are you, Gabe?
I'm seeing large tree branches being lofted. I'm probably half a mile to a mile away from it. This is a significant tornado. It looks like it's pretty wide.
So when we say multiple vortices, that means one funnel of a tornado with multiple vortexes or vortices within it. Oftentimes that's what you see with large, powerful tornadoes. Around here, usually it's an EF0 or an EF1. A little brief tornado might have 100-mile-an-hour winds, might flip over a car, but it's not a multiple vortex tornado. The fact that our experienced storm chaser, Gabe, on 2104, south of Page, is looking live at a large tornado on the ground, lofting trees, and with multiple vortices, that is significant. So folks in Page, eastward, into Lee County, please take this warning seriously. This is not someone who cried wolf. This is a tornado that's on the ground that's in your area. It's north of Smithville. Smithville, you guys are in the clear in terms of this one. Gabe, tell me what you're seeing now.
It looks like it has lifted a little bit. There's still ground circulation. It's not condensed all the way to the ground anymore. I'm going to reposition here so I can get a better view. It's approaching the road right now. It's going to cross right in front of me.
Oh, look at that. Look at that scan. Gabe, I know you're not probably looking at radar. We just got a brand new scan, and
wow.
it looks like it really tightened up. Are you confirming that?
Yeah. I see condensation all the way to the ground again.
Ooh, man. What are the velocities right here, Sean? This is
Wow.
2104 just south of Page. This is an extremely dangerous tornado. This is as good of a signature as we can get around here. And Gabe Cox, our storm chaser here on 2104.
Multi-vortex again.
Are you seeing any debris?
Not currently. There's a tree line that's blocking the ground circulation.
Okay, Gabe. As you keep telling us about what you're seeing here, we're going to put our tornado precautions on the screen for our friends who may be hard of hearing or anyone watching in this tornado-warned area. This is northeast of Bastrop, not in Austin, not coming to Austin, but it is coming toward Lee County, west of Giddings, up toward Lexington. So take these tornado precautions. Gabe, you're looking at a large tornado. Are there any houses or businesses? Is there anything in its path?
I can't tell exactly what's up ahead. There are definitely houses around this area. It's behind the tree line now, so I'm holding still. I'm not going to get too close to it because I don't have a good visual on it right now. But it is going to cross the road in front of me.
Well, please do maintain that that safe space, as you said, the safe distance. We certainly don't want you to get caught off guard. You're on the south side of the tornado, right?
Yeah, so I'm
You're
from the south.
looking north? Okay,
more than
good.
likely
We don't
right
want you to get
here.
caught off guard, wrapped up in some rain or something and have it sneak up on you. Sean, what are you looking at?
Yeah, he's more than likely right here along FM 2104, and he's looking straight ahead northward, seeing exactly that tornado that will eventually cross. So it is moving a little bit more eastward as well, and it looks like it is moments away from crossing 2104.
Okay. Sean, if we haven't already, will you let the National Weather Service know we've got a spotter confirmation and where that is? Want to make sure they're aware of our friend Gabe. Gabe, what are you seeing?
I got to back up. Right here. Tornado is not condensed onto the ground fully, but the circulation is certainly on the ground.
How close to you are it?
I'm about a quarter mile from the tornado right now. I had to back up quickly.
Is it, pardon me?
Tremendous RF coming in around the circulation.
Are you still seeing debris being lofted, whether it's dirt or actual man-made structures?
I'm trying to get a better visual right now.
Okay, so folks, if you're just joining us, this is Gabe Cox, our experienced tornado chaser from the area, who's seen a lot of tornadoes, calling this tornado large, dangerous, with multiple vortices within it, and it's right here in central Texas, northeast of Bastrop. Not coming to Austin or Bastrop, it's in a more rural area, but I know some of our friends do live out here. It's crossing any moment, FM 2104, southeast of Page, and that puts it on a path. Sean, is it taking a little jog east there?
Yeah, it's moving more eastward now. I'd say east-northeast is the path. In fact, we could storm track that for.
That's making me nervous with Giddings there. Likely tracking just northwest of Giddings. Folks in Giddings,
Hey,
go ahead and take your tornado precautions in Giddings. Yes, Gabe, tell me.
I have tree debris raining down on my vehicle right now. It looks like the main circulation crossed the road. It may have weakened just a little bit. Obviously, we know that can be temporary. But I think the main circulation has just crossed the road or is currently crossing the road, and it's becoming rain wrapped.
Becoming rain wrapped. So folks out in Page and Giddings in western Lee County, that means you cannot see this tornado coming. So don't even bother trying to look for it. Okay, rain-wrapped tornadoes are the most dangerous tornadoes aside from nighttime tornadoes because you cannot see them. If folks are driving, they may not even know it's coming. If folks are in their home and they look outside, it might just look like a traditional thunderstorm coming. But this is an extremely dangerous tornado with a very tight radar signature that is confirmed by our storm spotter, Gabe Cox, here on 2104. Gabe, what else can you tell us? Are you a safe distance now from that tornado?
Yes, the tornado's crossed the road already. I'm pulling up to an area here where it looks like the police have blocked the road.
Police are out there.
Yes.
So you said a moment ago you had tree debris raining down on your car. How big?
It was pretty small as it crossed the road. Like I said, I think the tornado may have lifted just before it crossed the road. But I've watched it since Smithville, and it intermittently touches down, and when it does, it seems to spin up pretty quickly and pretty strongly. Yeah,
you're right. You know, we're just got a latest radar scan, Gabe, and that confirms it. The main circulation now just east of 2104, heading toward 290 on the Lee and Bastrop County line. This, as he said, appeared to have lifted. It was intense right just west of 2104, lifted, skipped over the highway, and then tightened. Well, I'm not sure it has tightened back up, but it may have lifted temporarily as it approaches 290. Gabe, though, confirming there was debris in the air. There were multiple vortices, and this was a wide tornado, which we don't traditionally see around here, more powerful than the usual. And this threat continues as it moves northward toward 290. Gabe, are you seeing that the police officers out there, are they tending to anyone, or what are they doing? Are they just blocking the road?
No, they're just blocking the road. I crossed where the tornado would have crossed. It doesn't look like it's on the ground when it crossed the road here in front of me. Thankfully, it lifted because it's the only area where I've seen houses so far. So the areas that I've seen the tornado touch down have thankfully been in wooded areas or in fields.
Okay, that's good to hear. And Wes, I'll send you that number here so we can get him on the better line. So check your text here in a moment. Northeast of 2104, Sean, you want to take it here for a moment and describe that tornado threat as it continues. Gabe, you're going to get a call on the other line that I will ask that you answer, please.
Okay.
Yeah. For those who may or may not, who are just joining us, though, we do have tornado watches in effect for almost the entire viewing area, which means the ingredients are there and conducive for tornadoes. We've already seen multiple tornadoes out into Bastrop County, one confirmed one on the ground just moments ago, which has now lifted. We'll get back to that in just a moment here. I want to talk about Austin right now because we continue to see some very heavy rainfall, 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in a very, very short amount of time, about 2 hours. So that's certainly going to cause some localized flooding out there, and then some heavy rainfall and some flash flooding. It looks like south of San Marcos, south and back westward here. So this is still heading this way, but notice how it's kind of confined to 35 and how it's not really moving all that quick. And that means it's called training, where we get hit by like kind of the same rain bands over an extended period of time. And that's why we're going to be dealing with some localized flooding here. There's going to be kind of a long duration event. Also, I'm seeing some back building here developing over Blanco. So everyone needs to have a plan in place because, again, we have tornado watches in effect for almost the entire viewing area here in red. Also plan for some localized flooding out there on some of those low-lying areas, no doubt, including here in Austin, where we continue to see some heavy rainfall. Even now, just east of Austin, not seeing anything in the way of rotation, but we were watching some 30 to 40 mile per hour winds east of 35. Looks like we have maybe something to watch here throughout the morning over Canyon Lake there. Thank you, David. Some broad rotation here. We're going to continue to track that. That has like a very slow movement off towards the east-northeast here. Everything's kind of taking more of an easterly track now in comparison to that northerly track. But across the San Marcos area, dealing with, again, some general 30 to 40 mile per hour winds I saw. And this line right here, this looks like some rain-cooled air being blown out ahead of the heaviest bands of rainfall, which are currently along 35, and that is some very strong gusty winds, enough to do some minor damage out there. So we go ahead and continue to stay indoors here, continue to stay weather aware, also dealing with plenty of lightning in the metro, so definitely that is life-threatening. But we've also seen some numerous rainfall reports, over 2 inches of rainfall in a very, very short amount of time. So again, that is enough for some localized flooding out there, even back westward towards Cedar Valley in the Lakeway area, Bluff Springs as well. Garfield, heavy rainfall, Manor as well into 290 area. Again, no tornado warnings in the metro, but we do have those tornado watches, which means that the ingredients are there and they are conducive for 1 or 2 tornadoes to develop here through the evening. This watch is in place through 5 o'clock. If we could focus back on those counties, including Bastrop and Lee County, under the tornado warnings from Lexington down into Lincoln, Giddings area under that tornado warning here. Again, back towards Page, where we did have one confirmed tornado along 290 here south of 21 over Lexington as well, keeping an eye on some broad rotation there. Yeah, let's take a look at that along 77. So that Lexington one is the one we're still watching, and along 290 we did get a confirmed tornado from one of our spotters here, our storm trackers. Again, a confirmed tornado that has recently lifted, so there may not be one on the ground at the moment, but this has produced numerous tornadoes that have touched the ground, have weakened, lifted back up, and then have touched the ground and intensified once again. So that's what we're looking at here. So that means if you are anywhere in this path, which by the way is more easterly instead of northerly like we were looking at earlier, so it has kind of shifted more off towards the east-northeast, and that's why you're potentially right in the path out in Lincoln. Giddings, you're going to need to be keeping a very, very close eye on this. I think it'll clip just north of the area, but again, along 77 from Lincoln especially, and especially right now, Lexington, you need to be in your safe place because there's also going to be an additional possible rotation there. David, are you seeing anything?
Yeah, you know, Lexington doesn't have the red here next to green, but there's definitely a pretty tight circulation right over Lexington. Can't say if it's a confirmed tornado or not, but Lexington, as Sean said, be in your safe place. Let's treat it like there is a tornado. Gabe, you know, we haven't gotten you on the other line yet. Are you still following this storm? Our tornado chaser, Gabe Cox, seeing this tornado moments ago south of Page.
Yes, I'm still on the storm. I'm trying to cut east now. I'm probably going to come out north of the circulation. You said it's circulation's gone a little more east than northeast.
Yeah, just crossed over into the Lee County line. It's just north of 290 now, heading really directly toward Lincoln.
Is he on 290?
Okay.
Are you on 290, Gabe?
I'm in the core of the storm, yeah, so I'm trying to get back out ahead of it to give you guys a visual.
That's a risky move, my friend. Be careful.
Will do.
Yeah, so as you mentioned earlier, our tornado chaser, that it did reach the ground, did touch the ground. It was a strong, strong tornado, wide tornado, rain wrapped, which means you cannot see it. The rain is blocking the visibility, so you cannot see the tornado. That makes it even more dangerous. But recently it did lift back up, so it may not be on the ground right now, but there is potential for this to touch down again. 2 potential tornadoes that could be forming here. Lexington, and then the one again south and east of the Page area. We're going to storm track that for you here. Again, moving a little bit more northeasterly here. There's a look at the following communities, including Lincoln at 11:52, so in the next 10 minutes, and then Deanville 12:24, and of course Caldwell. You're going to need to be keeping a close eye on this as well. At 12:37, you could potentially be in the path of this tornado as well. David?
Yeah, and I'm curious what new viewer videos we might be getting in the newsroom. I know I've heard of several coming in, whether it be from Upton or Valerie on Highway 71 near Bastrop Middle School. Victoria, another viewer video. Guys, back in the control room, do we have any of those that are ready for air?
And again, just a reminder here, we have multiple tornado warnings in effect for Bastrop and now Lee County. We've had multiple confirmed tornadoes on the ground from this one cell in particular, this one rotation here. Right now, it may have lifted as the rotation has weakened a little bit, but it looks like the one off towards the north kind of intensifying a little bit as well out into Lee County, so we're keeping a close eye on that. David?
And just as you say that, we're actually getting an update from the Weather Service. Kind of surprising here. They're going to drop that tornado warning for Lexington. They say that this northern circulation, this northern storm, does not have a history of producing a tornado, that one in particular, which is true. They're dropping that tornado warning, and they're going to go ahead and mention a severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible. Again, that's for this storm in Lexington, Sean.
Yeah, but I would still go ahead, Lexington, be in your safe place because you're still technically under that warning here for, I believe, the next couple minutes or so, including Tanglewood 77, as you are directly in the path. So, I mean, it is possible within the next few moments it could just re-intensify, and if there is some circulation there, that if it did touch ground, again, you're safe from that one cell out in Leo along 77, Lincoln as well, but you have this one major one to the south that has already produced numerous strong and wide tornadoes, damaging tornadoes along 290. We've had reports of debris there from our tornado chaser along, again, south and east of Page. This is when the tornado, when he spotted the tornado, he was located right here. Our storm chaser, FM 2104, he was just south of it, and he was looking off towards the north and back a little bit to the west, a couple miles, and he spotted the tornado.
And Sean, we've got him on the phone. Why don't you talk to him? Gabe Cox, tell us where you are, what you're seeing.
Hey, David, I am heading east right now. I'm almost to Giddings. I'm going to try to go north out of Giddings. Right now, it is just a shield of rain. I can't see anything. But this storm, as you can see on radar, is still very intense and could absolutely be producing a tornado right now.
Do you think you're going to make your way towards the, or at least south of the Lincoln area if you're near Giddings, or are you going to be riding along 77 to get out ahead of it?
Yes, I'm going to try to blast east as much as I can before cutting north to get out ahead of the storm.
And you've been tracking this one cell in particular all morning. Just moments ago when you had spotted it on the ground, you said it was very large, it was rain wrapped. You said you had seen additional tornadoes earlier on in the morning as well. This wasn't the first one?
Yes, when I was in Smithville, the tornado crossed the road in front of me there. It was a very weak tornado at the time. Definitely when I was on the phone with you the last time when we had multiple vortices. That's the strongest I've seen it so far.
Did you happen to see, other than debris, some trees, did you happen to see any damage in some of those areas? Luckily, you had mentioned that it was primarily rural areas near, woods and things like that out in the open.
Yeah, so far I've only seen tree debris in the air. Every time it's crossed the road, it's either been weak or has lifted, thankfully.
Okay, so again, he is located right now in the Giddings area, and he's going to be heading northward, it looks like, along 77 south of Lincoln area. Be watching this one area of rotation that he's been watching all morning long that, again, has produced numerous tornadoes. Out there, what are you seeing right now? According to the radars, just some light rain in the area. How's things looking around you as you're heading up towards that area?
Right now, I'm just pulling out of the core of the storm to the south of the circulation, actually. So it's clear here. I can't see where the circulation is right now because of the tree line, but I can see above the tree line that it's a healthy-looking storm. I can see a wall cloud, and I can see the RFD gust front. So all the classic signatures of a tornadic storm, but I can't see right now if there is anything on the ground.
Yeah, we were tracking this earlier. It's moving a little bit more towards the north, and now, Gabe, it looks like it's pushing more towards the east. And we're looking at the velocity right now, and it does look a little bit more disorganized. But again, it looks like it is trekking just north of 290 and more east along 21, heading towards the Lincoln area. Again, did you see any, other than rain and, of course, the damaging winds with some of those trees and branches and things like that being lofted, did you see any hail with this?
Not from my location. I've mainly been on the southern side of the storm, so I've avoided the true core of the storm. But everywhere that I've been, I haven't seen any hail. There's definitely been some street flooding in the area as well.
Is there any lightning also in this area?
Yes, I've seen some lightning, especially under the base of the storm around the tornadic circulation.
Wow. Have you come across any damage, Gabe? I know you've kind of been in the trail of this thing since it crossed over south of Page. You mentioned that you had some tree debris raining on you at that time, but now you've kind of been in the path of it, or at least riding in its path, rather. Have you seen anything?
I haven't seen anything. It looks as though that every time it crossed the road in front of me, the two separate tornadoes crossed the road in front of me, and both times it's either been very weak or has lifted briefly. But I know for sure when it was at its strongest, I could see tree limbs being lofted into the air.
Well, we definitely love to hear that right now. Still, again, keeping an eye on the tornado as, again, is pushing more easterly. We have Gabe Cox on the line, our tornado chaser, again, who did spot a confirmed tornado. Can you just, for those viewers who maybe be just joining us, can you just describe again exactly the tornado that you saw? You said it looked pretty large, and you had mentioned that it had multiple vortices. Can you talk about that again?
Yes, for a moment there at its strongest, the tornado had multiple vortices. I saw probably 3 or 4 separate tornadoes rotating around a main circulation. At that point, I would estimate it was at a quarter-mile wide at least.
Wow.
And that's before it moved into the tree line and blocked the tree line blocked the view. But it was a pretty wide tornado, and those multiple vortices seemed to be pretty significant.
Yeah, I bet. We were looking at that on the velocity, and it definitely had a pretty strong couplet that we were looking at right now. It's a little bit more weaker, but again, it's still pretty much intact, and we're not going anywhere. We have this tornado warning in effect additionally through, I think it's now through noon or 12:15 or so. These are the following communities that will be in the path, again, of this potential tornado. Looks like this is the last tornado warning. So we had 1.3 tornado warnings. Now we're just dealing with this last one here. This one area in particular, watching out for with some rotation there that has already already produced, again, numerous tornadoes. So right now, as it has lifted off the ground, as you can see here on the velocity and, of course, by our tornado chaser here, it has the potential to, again, spin up briefly. That's what has been the story here all morning long. And these are a look at the fallen communities that will be potentially in the path. So if you are in this red polygon, and of course, looking at your screen here for the fallen communities, just even north of Giddings, you need to be in your safe place as well, including Lincoln, just short of noon. That will be in your area, Hogg as well, and Deanville as well. And then again, we were watching earlier out in Lexington for one little spin up there, some weak rotation, but now that is just a severe thunderstorm warning. David?
And Gabe, I'll ask you to hang on with us. Please stay safe. Stay with us if you could, and go ahead and interrupt our producer if you have anything you need to break in for. We'll check back in with you here in a few minutes. I do want to show our viewers several new visuals that we're getting. We have video supposedly of the tornado in Rosanke, near Upton, and near Bastrop. So let's see what we got. Nah, let's skip that one. We already talked about that one. I do not think that that's a funnel cloud or a tornado. Which one is this? This is Upton? Rosanke as well, Sean.
Okay, so this is out in Rosanke, kind of hard to see here. Looking in, what do you think, David? I might actually see, kind of squint your eyes there, maybe potential.
At least a lowering funnel cloud. Now, what about the, I think we have a couple others here to get through. Upton.
Okay, yes,
Look at
that is, looks like a tornado right there.
Yeah, look at that. It
Right
looks like
dead
it's
center.
eating
You can
up,
see, yeah, you can see some of the debris.
Wow.
Valerie Harmon captured a possible tornado from Bastrop County. This was shot from Highway 71 at Spiridrill. And also we have Victoria Pace shot this video of a possible tornado in Bastrop as well. Yeah, that was definitely a tornado there, it looks like, absolutely.
No doubt. And this is the one, this was near Upton?
This one, or is this the...
Oh, you can see shit fine.
Yeah, this was the one, Highway 71. Highway 71 in Bastrop County.
Yeah, so that's something. That's eating up some debris. I mean, that's
a
tornado
see
on the
dead
ground.
center, some of those trees being lofted up, or at least some of the leaves and things like that. Even in this one, zooming on in, you could see that, yeah, I believe this is also the same one. Again, Victoria Pace shot this one. Thank you again for all the viewers submitting this.
And I think we have a picture, I hope that's ready, from the Smithville Airport that was coming in just moments ago. Okay, they're working on getting that ready. Sean, that was another great picture of a tornado on the ground. This is by far the most impressive video we've seen near Highway 71 of that tornado.
That is absolutely a confirmed tornado. And David, I'm almost kind of losing count. I don't know if these are all the same tornadoes that we're seeing, but this was a morning of multiple tornadoes.
On a day with very little tornado threat.
What, a 2 to 3% probability?
If that, yeah, and most of that was north.
Again, I believe this is the Victoria Pace shot this video of the possible tornado in Bastrop. Thank you, Victoria.
We have a flash flood warning here in Austin, so let's check back in with our storm chaser, Gabe. In just a moment, we want to talk about Austin, not because of a tornado threat, but Sean, this is what we were watching, South Austin.
Right.
We've seen 3 inches of rain now in just over an hour, and as promised, flash flood threat is materializing. Looks like with that training rain. So you can see that blue box. It does not include all of Austin. It looks like it goes up toward downtown. But this is for dangerous flash flooding. We're also hearing from the ATX Floods City Folk who have their information on our website under the traffic tab that lots of low water crossings in South Austin are now flooding and dangerous. So please, again, as we told you an hour ago, no reason to be on the road. And it looks like this kind of follows the urban center down toward Kyle and Buda.
What were some of the LCRA totals that we were looking at earlier? Some 2 to potential 3 inches of rainfall, and again, this is what we were talking about.
2.73 is the highest near Manchac.
That's it's pretty incredible here, but it was expected. When we see that these bands aren't really going anywhere, we call this training. And it's just prone to produce some substantial rainfall in a pretty short amount of time, and that's certainly going to cause some headaches and
Sean, let's go to the
up there.
Smithville picture of the tornado.
Oh wow, that is remarkable.
This is from the city manager, Robert Tamble. Thank you. And Sean, another impressive confirmation of one of possibly several tornadoes that we've seen. This was taken from the Smithville Airport probably 20, 30 minutes ago, the storm is no longer in that area.
Right, the Smithville city manager shared this. Thank you. This is that's a remarkable picture right there. And again, if you can safely record any video footage or pictures, you can of course submit them to us as well. But again, we just still dealing with one active tornado warning for extreme eastern portions. I believe it's in Lee County right now. Do you know what time the warning is in effect for, David, for the tornado warning?
The tornado warning, let's find out.
But again, we have a live look right now on our KXAN studio weather camera showing some of that heavy rainfall. It actually led up a little bit here. Earlier we had some reduced visibility.
5 more minutes.
So 5 more minutes for that tornado warning. So we're going to check, I guess, with the chat and see if they're going to extend that right now. Looks like actually, as we spoke, it looks like they have extended it. I see it flashing there a little bit.
Yeah, capable of producing a tornado. They're not going with confirmed on this warning.
Okay.
Small hail, capable of producing a tornado. This has been extended until 12:30 now, so 35 more minutes. And it looks like Lincoln is in the path. I wonder if our storm chaser in that area is seeing anything new.
So I believe he was earlier, he said he was in the Giddings area and he was trying to head northward along 77 and get south of Lincoln and get ahead of the possible tornado to spot it here. And in fact, actually in the latest, even on the radar, you can see where if there's a tornado, it'd be somewhere, I believe, in this area. Yep, right there. It looks like in the latest velocity here, kind of re-intensifying back up. So we've been talking about this all morning long. You need to be weather aware. Not only do you need to be in your safe place right now, especially if the power goes out. We're streaming on multiple platforms on our KXAN app, First Warning Weather app, of course up on our Facebook page as well. So if the power goes out and you can't watch us on TV, you can watch us through your phone as well. So we'll keep you updated here throughout the remainder of the morning into the early afternoon, especially even into the evening. By the way, these tornado watches are in effect through 5 o'clock. So the ingredients are there for multiple quick spin-ups. We've already seen maybe 3 to 4, 5 tornadoes, potential tornadoes this morning. We'll have to count them up later on. But again, the atmosphere is just it's just ripe for some quick spin-ups of tornadoes. And again, this is the area of most concern right now, south and west of the Lincoln area. This is where we're watching out for a possible tornado. Again, has already produced a tornado south and east of Page earlier on this morning, less than an hour ago. Again, this is tracking north of Giddings along 77. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on this area, especially along 21, and then even off towards the north. We were watching a little bit of a weak rotation there, but that warning has been lifted down to a severe thunderstorm warning. But this has again been extended through 30 minutes, now through 12:30. For the potential for a tornado to, again, touch down.
Let's go back to that most impressive video if we could. And also, Wes, do we still have Gabe Cox on the line? I'd love to see that video that we got in from the Bastrop and Smithville area of that confirmed tornado eating up some debris, moving quickly on the ground. We just checked it out about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and David, maybe we could actually kind of backtrack to what the velocity maybe looked at the time of when the person sent in the video.
Yes, that was here crossing
significant tornado. So this
crossing
is when
71.
This is when we had our storm chaser, right, earlier.
Yeah, and he's on the phone with you now.
Oh, hey, Gabe. So we're just kind of going back to when you initially saw that kind of pretty large tornado, rain-wrapped tornado. We'll get back to where you are right now, but just for those who may be tuning in right now, can you just describe one more time exactly what you saw? You experienced a little bit of debris. You said you had some of those trees kind of blowing around and branches like that. What exactly did you see? Did you see any damage to any homes or anything like that?
No, thankfully there was no structural damage in the areas that I drove through. The tornado seemed to be at its strongest when it was in the forest or in the fields. So it looks like, thankfully, no homes damaged as far as I could tell.
We love to hear that, and we actually have multiple viewer photos here and videos of the tornado that someone was able to capture for us. And yeah, we are seeing this right now live on TV thank you again for all the footage. This is from Valerie Harmon, captured this tornado from Bastrop County. Now, certainly confirmed just by this video alone. This was shot from Highway 71 at Spear Drill. And then we have other footage as well from Victoria Pace showing the tornado. I mean, it's very, very impressive there. Anytime you see kind of the funnel cloud reaching the ground and then debris being lofted up, that is certainly a tornado. And it looked like it was a strong one. It was pretty short-lived. We've been seeing short-lived tornadoes all morning long, but they have produced multiple tornadoes. And we're talking about more than potentially 2 to 4 tornadoes that we believe have formed this morning. Again, this was along earlier from 77. Now, let's actually, let's get to that. Let's take a look at some of the power outages that we have in your area, because of course we're dealing with these damaging winds from multiple tornadoes, but also some of those gusty winds in the Austin area. 67 outages. 67 members affected, 13 outages with Bluebonnet.
Okay, so Gabe, where are you right now? Are you north of Giddings? Tell us what you're seeing. We're looking at a pretty tight velocity couplet here on the radar. Looks like a possible tornado maybe has reformed north of Giddings, just south of Lincoln.
Hey, Dave.